I mean, like I just hit record, you know, because I'm explaining everything. That's how I do, you know. Sometimes I'm like making a video, I'm like, oh, this was a fucking mistake, you know, and just hit stop. And I guess I never know how it's going to go, you know. So why not just hit record and find out, you know? I don't know. To be honest, I could say that, you know, this is not being negative, but you know, I'm bored and you know, it's nothing to be ashamed of that I enjoy making YouTube videos and that it's something to do, you know. I was high, you know, when I made that video that I stopped, you know, I was, well, I'd come down. The thing that was the problem actually, I'd come down off being high, you know. I was, I was so happy when I was high, I was really, really happy. I mean, I started vibing with Denise hard, you know, and then with Boris, you know, and I thought, this is great, you know, because like, you know, for reasons I don't really want to go into, you know, because we haven't talked about it, that's why, you know, but with these other people, I used to get high with them, but a lot of the time I'd feel really bad inside, you know, and I could put that down to me, you know, to be polite, you know, put that down to me because like I I just wasn't good at opening up to people, you know, to or letting them in. I don't know. I was pushing people away, you know. I was I'd not been fucking with people that much really, and I was just, you know, they were my first, you know, and still are, you know, my first kind of peeps, you know. Anyway, I don't know where I was going with that, to be honest. Yeah, so yeah, I was vibing hard, you know, and it was nice to be high and be having a fucking great time, you know. It was really dope, but like I'm thinking like, and this could just be society's pressures on me to be honest, but I'm thinking like I I can't fucking handle no more. I fucking can't, you know. I'm like I'm gonna go insane if I do any more, you know. I mean, Denise, it wasn't what I've been smoking. It was, oh god, I just got her so hard, you know. I got her so hard. Um, it was literally like being around myself, you know. It was. And that was the vibe with Denise, really dope. And Boris was completely different, you know. But we was good together, you know. I don't know. Yeah, but like, fucking, if any more drugs comes my way, oh fucking please, oh my god, you know, I'm gonna show my emotions because, you know, even the negative ones, because like I found that they flow, you know, they come and go, and if I feel the negative ones, you know, I won't. Well, that's a positive one actually. If I cry in front of someone, that's actually a positive emotion. People don't respond well to that. But the negative emotions, you know, if I feel them, they're gone in, say, about 20 seconds, you know, and then the good comes back in, you know. I feel like it's the quickest way to start feeling dope again, you know, is to actually feel what's going on. Feel the bad emotions, but ignore the good ones. When I'm crying because, you know, I'm feeling something real, you know, you know what I'm saying. I can't cry in front of someone because, and I said this on a video before, you know, I can't cry in front of someone, they're going to find it offensive, they're going to get triggered, you know. I absolutely will not like trigger someone because I know how it feels and I don't want to put someone through that, you know. I mean, personally, I don't mind if people trigger me, to be honest. That's just a choice that I made quite recently, to be real, you know, that I will not trigger other people, you know, unless I think they want me to, you know, then of course, yeah, you know. Anyway, it's a strange conversation to get into, really. Um, I don't know. I wonder what the time is. It's 1:42. I mean, I literally spend my day just waiting to speak to my mum because I love her so much, you know. I spoke to her at 7:30 this morning because it was the earliest that I could ring her. You know, I got up at, oh my God, I got up at 1 a.m. You know, I was hoping that Boris was going to come around at 5, you know, wake me up at 5 a.m. because the day before he woke me up at 6, and I thought, this is dope, but it could be better, you know. He comes around, he wakes me up at 1, you know, so I get up and I do wait till, what was it, 4 a.m. to have like a strong coffee, you know. Start the day. I'd had 4 hours sleep, you know, oh God. You know, like when you wake up and you're in a bad mood, you know, because someone pissed you off because they woke you up, that's how I was, you know, and I wanted him to go so hard, you know, in a good way, you know, but yeah, I 100%, you know, wanted to see him, you know, at the same time, you know, and I don't know, I could say, like, I don't want to be charming, you know, I don't want to be charming, you know. I said this in another video as well, like the 10 traits of a psychopath, one of them is being charming, you know, I just speak it as it is, pretty much, you know. I don't know, I mean, I'm pretty much just trying to find something to say, you know. I hate the pauses. I mean, hate's not a good word, I don't hate, I try not to hate. Pauses, yeah. Because I don't want to go into it, I've already said all that, you know. Yeah. I guess, I mean, I'm staring out the window at the moment, you know, and it's a beautiful day out there, it really is, you know. And I could go out and I could feel good vibes. Problem is though that I've got no fob for my door, so this lovely man, yeah, I knocked on his door to be let in, right? Oh God, this guy, I don't speak English, you know, he had a fob in his I could hear it in his pocket, you know, so I went to get mine out so I could show it to him and say, look, you know, this is what I'm after, you know, but anyway, so I knocked on this guy's door, you know, he just said no speak English, you know, so I thought that was over, and then I was kind of like flirting with him, you know, what was he gonna or not, you know, but then I just left it, and I knocked on this guy's door, and he was lovely, and he said, Bob's 20 quid, you know, and I get you one if you want, you know, because you can't go into the housing office anymore. It's not, they've closed it. It's Bridgegate or somewhere, you know. So yeah, he said he'd do that anyway. I've completely, you know, I don't know. Yeah, so I went for a walk this morning, but like there's the thing of like, do I go out? I just can't be doing with knocking on people's doors to be let back in, you know. I'm gonna have to go out on Monday and get myself a fob. You know, it's free. It's on credit, you know. Yeah, it's on credit. So that's going to be pretty dope. Actually, it's going to be pretty dope. You know. To be real, Lucy's got my fob, you know. I don't know what her motive is for saying that, you know, but that's where my fob is, you know. And I don't know, I just kind of, you know, I'm asking myself, do I want to leave that alone, you know. And you know how, like I said in the video, how like Khan apologised to me because he felt like he'd done me wrong, you know, dope as fuck. I said so. You know, but do I have anything to apologise? Do I got anything to apologise about with Lucy? You know, probably. She got, I mean, she got so angry, you know, and like, so obviously she loves me a lot, and she was in pain because I know exactly what was going on now, actually, because, you know, it's funny, I'm a little bit like her. I find shit out, you know, I find the truth out, you know, what happened in this time anyway. I found out what was going on and why she got so upset, you know. And it's funny because it was actually good to be treated like that way. I mean, she spat on me, she swung a beer glass in my direction, you know, and it's all good because I understand where that passion came from, you know, yeah. I get it now. I get it now. I've had enough jigsaw pieces come into place to know what it was all about. You know. Yeah. So. Yeah. I don't know. Anyways. Anyways. Yeah, so the time is 2 o'clock. Yeah, I was saying, like, I literally spent all my day waiting to speak to my mum, you know. I don't know why. I don't know why. I mean, ever since she moved to Gamlingay, you know, I don't know. I don't know, I don't know how to, I don't quite know how to hold space for it. I mean that gives me like the liberty, you know, the option to be positive about it, you know. You could say like I love her so much, you know. I just want to share with her that I'm feeling good, you know, for the first time in fucking 20 years, you know. I mean, things between us were very negative, you know. She was always on about, you know, I won't be here forever and shit like that, you know. And that was real, you know, at the time, you know. But now she is going to live forever, so you know, it's fine. You know, it's just a bit of angina, really. Yeah. So I get to speak to her at 4. 7:30 in the morning, then 4. She's coming home from lunch. Oh, she goes. God, she does so much. She does so much. I mean, she's out all the time, socialising with people, you know. And I don't feel shame over it, but I feel something. I feel like she's ahead of me, you know. She's ahead of me. She's doing her thing, you know, and I'm catching up, you know. I don't know, it's a pretty cold way to say it, to be honest, you know. Pretty cold. Yeah, so 2 hours, 2 hours to go. Tripping out, stressing out, you know. I don't know. Life is what it is, you know. Life is what you make it. People will probably disagree with that. You know, I mean, people, because life is what you make it, they make it what they want to make it, and if what I'm saying is not what they want to make it, then they would disagree with me. You know, I'm not saying like they're negative assholes or anything like that. You know what I mean? It's just, it is what it is. You know, yeah. Um, I don't know. Um, my fridge is making a lot of noise. Um, I'm pretty chill. I'm pretty chill. I'm vibing. I'm vibing hard. You know. Just I'm looking at a tree at the moment. There's a tree out there, and it's moving in the breeze, and like it's good vibes out there. And you know, that's what I just did this. You know, I just looked out the window and I was saying like I'd like to go out, but I haven't got my fob. You know. Yeah, get it tomorrow. So that'd be dope. I mean, I went on a bus yesterday. It took me an hour to get there and an hour to get back, you know, and the ride was just out of this world, you know. The amount of tension I get when I go on the bus is unreal, you know, and there was this group of young girls, and I handled, how do I communicate this? I, um, I was dope, you know, I was dope. I didn't, no, that's negative. I was dope, you know, and there was that age gap, but it was all there. They were all there. I was all there. We were all there. You know, I mean, just sitting on the bus at the back. You know, me and them. You know, I'm not making more out of it than it was. Um, so that was good, and you know, it's just like I say, it's the amount of attention I get. You know, I get so much attention. It's unreal. You know, the things people talking about me. I mean, that says like they was talking about me and it was things they were saying. It was prodding me, you know, literally trying to find out what pops out. You know, and I said to like, I feel like I'm being probed by aliens, you know, because I certainly didn't understand them and they didn't understand me, and that's exactly what was going on, you know. So that was that. But that was yesterday, you know, I did that yesterday. I don't want to do that today, you know. I mean, I used to do it every day. I used to take that 2-hour bus ride, and I used to go for like a 2-hour walk as well, and have a great time, you know, especially the walk, you know. I would, to be real, I would, I find the bus ride difficult, emotionally difficult, till we got to Wharton, you know, through the city. I don't know why the city did. I don't know what was in the city. I mean, it's completely indifferent now as to whether I'm in the city or whether I'm in Alton. It doesn't matter to me now, you know. It's just, when I got to Alton, I was just like, I could relax, and I was like, all the tension just went, you know. I was so tense through the city. Yeah. I can't stop staring at that tree. It's really beautiful. I mean, it's like it's winter and there's no leaves on it. And I remember the days when I used to find that really, you know, hard, depressing. But it's the vibes. It's the vibes that's out there. You know, there is some dope vibes out there. It's getting towards that time of day where the kids come home, you know, and like all the adults, you know, even on a Sunday think, oh my God, it's time for the kids to come home, and there's that vibe, you know, that vibe is there, you know, there's no kids out there, but there's that vibe. They're probably going to go out there just to juice up that vibe, you know, because it's there and they won't take it, you know, yeah, so, yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, I know I'm not looking at the camera. I know I'm just staring out the window. But like, I'm not get these vibes from looking at you. You know, I'm not going to get those vibes. I really need to feel this. You know. I mean, and I'm very lucky. I'm very lucky that I can feel this, you know, that I can look out the window and I can feel those feelings. I mean, I don't take that for granted, because for 20 years I would do that and I was dead. I couldn't feel anything, you know. I mean, when it rained, when it snowed, I expected to have those feelings that comes with rain and snow, you know, and it was so frustrating and so dark that I just knew I wasn't alive, you know. So you can't be underrated, you know, or overrated. I'm not sure what I mean. You know, it can't be enjoyed enough. Literally, I mean, just the vibes, just to be able to feel vibes. You know, I understand that could be triggering to some people. You know, so I'm gonna just stop. You know, because I can't cry. I started crying before, and I just knew that it offends people, you know. Beautiful bird flying past this crow. I mean, all of you who's been through it knows why I'm crying, you know. All of you who's been through it knows, you know. And there's people who are still going through it, and they do not know. They do not know if they're ever going to get out of it, you know. Yeah. Yeah, but the point is the feels, you know. I mean, the feels haven't gone. They're still there, you know. They're still there. They are, you know, whether I could feel them or not, they were still there. So it's a bit emotional. It's a bit emotional. I'm really enjoying just looking out the window. You know, and it's good because I do have a very nice view. It's good because this is what I'm all about. You know, I kind of lost it when I was about 16, 18, and because I was so young and so fresh, and so I had it all up here. You know, I knew that when I got back together again, it would take me right back in time to then. And you know, I had to try and, you know, remember the feelings, or try and somehow, through my memories, try and feel what I couldn't feel by being present, you know. and I've literally stepped in a time machine and gone back and undone. Um, I wouldn't call it like, you know, I made mistakes and you know, I think it's fairer to me to say that society did it to me, you know, society was too much for me, and it broke me, and I was an absolute wreck, you know, like I say, dead inside, you know, yeah, but I don't know, and I was talking to Chrissy and Ken, and like they were all like, you know, this is really weird because I've only been feeling this in the last couple of days, and it was really weird because they were saying like, this was Friday, it's Sunday now, this shows how quick, you know, things came back, you know, they were saying like, there was no good old days, you know, they're just as dope now as they ever were, you know, there was no good old days, you know, just blew me away. I was like, you know, in a good way, I'm like, I can't believe I'm hearing this, you know, this is, I'm shook, you know, I really was, and still am, shook, you know. Anyways, this video's been going on forever, you know, it's been going on forever, so, I don't know what I'm going to do. I mean, I'm going to just stare out the window for an hour, I don't know, you know, I don't know, I don't know why those vibes are out there now when they weren't out there before, to be honest. I don't know why my feelings came back when I was getting high, you know, I don't know that either. Like I say, I do know that I'm sick of getting high, I'm really sick of it. I mean, I like coffee, you know, I've had 3 today, that's all I'm having. See, because I've got to be careful with weed, you know, if I've got weed, I'll just smoke it and smoke it and smoke it until I end up with this feeling like, I need it so hard, you know, I need it like, all the time, no matter how much I smoke, I feel like, oh god, I need some so hard, you know, that's if I smoke too much, you know, and it just brings me to like, you know, coffee. I feel like, you know, coffee could go the same way. I mean, I do feel that coffee is a hard drug, I do, you know, people go crazy on it, they really do. It's not to be fucked with, you know. I mean, obviously it's to be fucked with, but it's not to be abused or whatever, you know. I don't know. Yeah, yeah, I'm smoking, you know. That's supposed to be bad for me, but I enjoy it, you know. Danny said something to me, this is Danny and Danny that I was on about. Danny said, you know, I don't, she was just shook that I used to smoke a cigarette every hour, you know, that was how I kept it down to 1 an hour, and she was shook because, and I was shook as well with what she said, we were just shook at each other, you know. She was saying like, I don't understand how you can smoke every hour, you know, she's something around, you know, I just have one when I want one, you know, and I shook her, and with what she said, she shook me, you know, yeah. Anyways, I don't know, I feel like talking a bit more actually, you know, to be honest, because, like, I feel that what YouTube is about it's good vibes, you know, people want to feel good vibes, that's why they turn on, that's why they switch on, you know, I mean, it might not just be good vibes, I mean, good vibes is something that I know, it's what I love the most, but then there's like the words, you know, I mean, when I was a kid, it used to just be the vibes all the time, it was never the words, you know, words wouldn't take me on like a journey, you know, like I say, people like walking down a lane, a path, you know, painting a picture with what they're saying, you know, and, you know, that's the beauty of listening, being a good listener, you know, I mean, what someone's saying can literally take forever, you know, be so freaking patient, you know, and just, and that's where positivity comes in handy, because, I have to look at the tree, positivity comes in handy because it allows me to want to listen as long as I can, you know, because I know when that message is fully given to me, you know, I'm really gonna enjoy it, you know. That's a good thing about positivity. I mean, I really dig that, you know, I've explained, you know, a good point of positivity because Stella Ray, she did it with logic. You know, she literally proved with logic, you know, for real, that positivity works. I was shook, you know. So it's nice to be able to explain, you know, a benefit of positivity, you know, in a real way, you know. Anyways, I'm gonna go, so, okay, I might not be charming, but I'm not be abrupt either, you know. I'm gonna go look at the fucking tree, you know. I'm gonna look at the fucking tree, so, for real.